Welcome back, listeners, to the Lust for Life podcast, where you'll be joining a girl on her journey to discovering the depths of emotional intelligence. This is your host, Tennessee Reed. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you had a great week full of great experiences and lots of learning. It's always an honor to be able to make these episodes each week, and I'm really, really excited to talk about the topic today. So recently, it was Memorial Day, and Jake and I have decided to start a new tradition for our family, and that is to do the Murph workout every Memorial Day. And this workout essentially is named after a brave Navy SEAL that lost his life during one of the expeditions, I guess you could say. It was the Red Wing Navy SEAL expedition that just did not go well, and lots of people lost their lives there. They fought bravely, and unfortunately, that was the result. But their name still lives on, and we honor them through this workout. A lot of CrossFit games will have this workout. A lot of CrossFit gyms will also do this workout, and it's named the Murph workout. And Jake and I, we first did it this year on Memorial Day, and it's a lot harder than you think. Essentially, the men wear a 20-pound weighted vest and the women wear a 15-pound weighted vest. And you run a mile as fast as you can. And it's very uncomfortable because your weighted vest is like bouncing around. You have to hold it, so you like really don't have any arms to help you run this mile, and you're weighted down. So it's pretty hard. And then you move on to the pull-ups, which is 100 pull-ups. Then you move on to 200 push-ups, and then you move on to 300 like body squats, and then you run another mile. And all of this is done with a weighted vest. And for me, I was like, oh yeah, that sounds hard. Yeah. It was so hard. It took me an hour and 40 minutes. Like, it took me a lot longer than probably the average person. But Jake like zipped right through it. He actually was not wearing a weighted vest because he is recently recovering from like a stress fracture in his foot. So he wanted to make sure that he wasn't going to add extra like weight on that and just make sure it's healing. But I have no doubt that he would have zipped through it even with one on. But it's just, you have to be really careful when you're doing this workout, because with this weighted vest, you have to watch your back. Meaning you have to make sure you have really, really good form doing pull-ups, especially doing the push-ups. Because if you twist it all, or if you tweak or arch your back wrong, you're wearing a weighted vest, it's going to hurt you. So you have to just really be careful and like really focus on your form, which takes a lot of energy. So that was my first experience. It was really, really hard, but I did it. I'm glad I did it, and we'll do it next year. But essentially, Jake and I just really wanted to honor the troops this year and really kind of be emotionally invested in the holiday, because truly they have given us so much. And I don't think I've been emotionally invested or given the time to reflect about what this holiday truly means. Like, I've always respected it, and I've always been grateful for what, the military has done for me and my family and the opportunities in my life, but I really have not taken the time to truly reflect and kind of be connected emotionally. And that's what's cool about this workout, is people all across all the country are doing this workout in honor of giving thanks to the military and the troops, and especially this Navy SEAL and all other Navy SEALs also. So it connected you in a way, which is pretty cool. But as I was doing this workout, it made a pretty cool connection, and it was just really eye-opening. I just was like, I want to know how many people have died for me to live my life, to simply wake up every day and live my life. Thousands of people have died for our freedom. Thousands of people have died so that we can have the opportunities that we do today. It's kind of like you can't comprehend that thought. Like, that is such a hard concept to like really internalize, just for us to simply wake up. It doesn't matter what we do with our life. It doesn't matter who we are, what we do. The fact that we are given this life because of how many people have died for us. that's pretty wild. It's pretty crazy, and it shows that we do have value. Even if sometimes we have a hard time seeing that value, or we feel a little cruddy about ourselves, it does help to remember that if our life was not worth dying for, then no one would have died for it. But the fact that thousands of people have sacrificed their life so that we can live the life that we do shows that our life is valuable. And what's even cooler is the connection that these military heroes and veterans sacrificed their life. And guess who else sacrificed their life for us? Jesus Christ, our Savior. What? That is such a cool connection. That is such a Christ-like attribute that these veterans have done for us. And it's cool to connect the two. And it's pretty cool to think, the phrase, "this is God's country." I was talking to Jake about this last week, and this may be controversial, but this is truly how I feel. When people talk about this is God's country, I think that there's a much deeper meaning to that. There's a deep connection to God and the USA. And when these songs are playing, we were playing the Memorial Day songs while we were working out, it brought like the same spirit as I would feel listening to a church hymn, a really like touching church hymn. And so I was like, wow, it brings the spirit, it brings out those emotions, and it brings out that love and that passion. And I'm like, there is a deeper connection here. Like, I don't know how to kind of conceptualize this. I just know there's a deep connection. And I love how in our church hymns, they do have, American songs, the Star Spangled Banner. They have some other ones too, but I love that they're connected. But that was just such a cool realization that I made this week, was that even if we are feeling down about ourselves, or we don't feel successful, or we're not living to our best self, or we're just kind of in a slump, it is pretty cool to think that like we are worth it. We are worth it. People would not have died for us if we weren't. Our lives do matter. And so many people around us would take their life to save ours too. And so it's, even though they're not doing it, I know that's a weird thought, but like, I feel like I know we are so much more loved than we think. There's so many people around us who love us. And even strangers love us. And so there's so much love in this world. Obviously, there's a lot of hate too, but it's easy to focus on the hate. But I also think that love is so strong. And when you look for it, it's so special. It's pretty cool to look around and see that and kind of look in the good for things. But that was kind of my small thought for this week I wanted to share. Jake and I just really love being here in the U.S. We love supporting our troops. We love supporting the military and everything they've done for us and for our freedom, and how much they continue to sacrifice for us. And we hope to give back in any way we can. But ultimately, it was just a really, really cool connection to make, that we do matter. And just because we're feeling about ourselves sometimes, our lives are worth it. They are a gift, and we get to wake up every day and enjoy this gift. And that's just a really cool thought. And I hope you all enjoy this week. I hope you all know you are a gift. Your life is a gift. It's okay to feel down sometimes, but just remember that you are worth it, and you can do it, and you can do anything. Thanks so much for joining this week, and I love you all, and I'll see you next week.